Just in the last few moments, right behind us here in a Cook County courtroom, Jussie Smollett was remanded into custody. He has been sentenced to 30 months probation, which will include 150 days, which he will have to spend behind bars here at the Cook County Jail. He was just taken into custody. He was screaming as he was escorted out of the courtroom, "I am not suicidal," and continuing to proclaim his innocence. He will also have to pay over $120,000 in restitution. He faces a $25,000 fine. And again, he is now going to be spending the night, as of now, behind bars in a Cook County jail. We want to show you now what has unfolded over the last several hours here today.
Court's in session.
In court today, prosecutors sharing a letter from the city of Chicago and its police department speaking to the damage Smollett has done.
A cost that can never be measured. It's the harm caused by reducing the likelihood of actual victims of hate crimes willing to report these crimes.
The city also claiming Smollett's hoax cost police more than $130,000 in overtime to chase down a threat that didn't exist. Today's sentencing, the latest chapter of a bizarre, years-long legal saga. In 2019, Smollett claimed two masked men hurled racial and homophobic slurs at him, threw chemicals at the Empire Star, and tied a noose around his neck. There were doubts the incident was legitimate, but he spoke out about the alleged attack.
If I had said it was a Muslim or a Mexican or someone black, I feel like the doubters would have supported me a lot.
Soon after, Chicago police announced Smollett staged the whole thing with two associates.
Why would anyone, especially an African-American man, use the symbolism of a noose to make false accusations?
His associates, the Osundairo brothers, testified against the actor, saying Smollett paid them to attack him outside his Chicago home. Smollett testified there was no hoax, but a jury convicted him. Smollett's defense submitted over 80 letters in support of leniency. Today, his older brother and 92-year-old grandmother speaking directly to the judge.
Jussie does not have malice or hatred toward anyone, and it is truly unfortunate that his reputation has received so many negative connotations.
I ask you, the judge, not to send him to prison. If you do, send me along with him.
And Jesse Kurtz back with us live from Chicago. Jesse, you mentioned that there was an outburst from Smollett as he was led away. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so I want to read to you his final words as he was escorted out of the courtroom by the justice officials. "I am not suicidal, I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago." And this is significant, Gabe, for multiple reasons. First off, earlier in the proceeding, Smollett was asked directly by the judge if he wanted to say anything. Smollett's legal team had said he was not going to make any comments alluding to the possibility of an appeal, and Smollett declined to speak earlier. And also, the judge, as well as the prosecution, had been pointing out that because Smollett has been convicted, he essentially perjured himself when he testified in court, saying that there was no hoax. And again, Smollett's final words as he was escorted out of the courtroom, convicted and now sentenced to time behind bars, were that he was still innocent. Gabe?
And Jesse, I'm being told that we now have part of that outburst. Let's play it.
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I am not suicidal. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay.
I am not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this.
And Jesse, we just heard from Smollett right there just moments ago, the breaking news. Has there been any reaction from his family at this point?
We do expect to hear from his defense attorney outside of the courtroom. Now the proceedings are wrapping up, and you could tell as we were watching things unfolding there in the courtroom, Gabe, that his defense team was trying to get the judge to allow that jail time to be suspended for the time being. But Smollett was taken out of the courtroom by those involved with the courts here. So we're going to look for more reaction from his family. But we know that his family, his supporters, have been pleading for leniency, pleading for the judge to not sentence him to any time behind bars, but the judge clearly took that into consideration as well as other factors and came up with what he decided was the proper sentence.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.